Ahoy, lads! It's your two favorite superhero enthusiasts back here for Cinephellas. Tonight, we're back talking about season 3 of The Boys. Yeah, me and this guy are huge fans of the show. If you guys remember, not too long ago, we reviewed the premiere of season 3, the first 3 episodes. Had a great time with it. So tonight, we're going to be back talking about the entire season, 8 episodes that premiered on Amazon Prime Video.
That's right. One of my favorite times of the year when new episodes of The Boys hit. It's usually, I don't know, it's usually been in the summer as far as back as I can remember. Kind of hits at the right time when there aren't a bunch of other shows on. So you can really focus your time and your binge watching on The Boys. And what a season, the third season really kicked things off in a crazy way, watching the first episode right away with that crazy scene with the dude that could shrink down to size and ended up going in that guy's junk and basically exploding him on the bed. That was our first little glimpse into the season. And the show just gets crazier and ups the stakes every season. And this season, didn't disappoint in that way. There were so many crazy what the F moments throughout. And Butcha was the best Butcha we've ever seen him. Homelander was the most evil. We got a lot of change within the group this year too. People starting to see how evil Homelander actually is. And, we see some heroes that are starting to turn on him and, join up with the Butcher and the gang there and trying to take him out. And this year we were also introduced to a big, new superhero, but we also find out, he's just as vile as Homelander is. And we're talking about Soldier Boy, played by Jensen Ackles, who's worked with, the creator on Supernatural before. So it's kind of their reunion show. And once he stepped onto the screen, the season really, excelled to the final batch of episodes. And, his character really brought something and, really made the season stand out as far as, going in 3 seasons long and they needed to introduce a new character. And I thought his character was really awesome and excellent to see how he interacted with the superheroes that we know, like Homelander. And he really made an impact this year.
It wasn't just one bad guy, it was 2 bad guys. And
yeah,
Soldier Boy showing up, you really kind of find out the backstory with that. You think he's dead and find out where he's been all along, all these years, hasn't aged, very familiar with other superheroes and stuff. But again, the superhero satire, poking fun at a lot of the genres, Marvel movies and stuff like that. It's just really fun time, and you don't really take it too seriously. But yeah, Soldier Boy's character is really cool, and him showing up finally towards the middle of the season and seeing that he's a huge piece of shit too, just like Homelander. And you find out about their connection without spoiling too much if you haven't seen this. So it was really interesting, and leading up to the final episodes with these 2, bad guys and the rest of the crew trying to fight off, not really sure who's going to survive. And like you were saying earlier, you see some of the 7 kind of joining forces with Butcher and the boys as they see how bad Homelander really is. He's a piece of shit. He will kill you if you cross his path. Great villain in the show. Really powerhouse performance by Tony Starr. He's really great. Really love this actor. I love what he does with this character, the anti-hero. He's anti-Captain America essentially, and really done some bad things. And only gets worse this season. And with Soldier Boy showing up, it's kind of a ongoing competition, and 2 bad guys doing some bad things.
You mentioned the satire aspect of the show. Another thing that I noticed this year is they're heavily playing off, real life and what's been happening, like, with the whole political situation and with COVID and with the, just coming off of Trump's presidency and everything and the hysteria around that. And they kind of spoof, his rallies with, Homelander being the Trump here and kind of seeing how nuts people go, to follow these people. They put them up on these high pedestals and act like they're all knowing and all great. And we get that one great scene towards the end of the season where Homelander does something really evil, and the kind of crowd's kind of shocked at first, but then they're like, yeah, kind of going with it. And that's heavily going off of the real climate out in the world there. The Boys does a great job of that, and they do a great job of showing a different side of superheroes that we haven't seen before. They've really made their mark for Amazon Prime. It's one of the biggest shows, and this season 3 really delivered. We got to see, Jack Quaid grow as an actor and get more to do this year. But getting to take some V this year, we find out that, there's this corporation and they're able to make this drug basically that can give you superpowers for a certain period of time. So we get the Butcher and you get Huey there taking V, and we get to see some of their unique powers. And those are in some memorable scenes, particularly with Huey in the Hero-gasm episode, which is, one of the nuttier episodes of the year, something taken straight from the comic. And as you can imagine, it involves superheroes at an orgy and everything goes wrong. And there's a huge clash at the end. Just an awesome episode. But we see Huey with his own special superpowers and him working together a lot with Butcher this year to, help take Homelander down once and for all. As per usual with the boys seasons, it's a great arc up until the end, and what you think is going to happen doesn't. They kind of switch it on you and the tables turn. There's a lot of twists along the way, but what a ride it was.
We had a lot of great arc stories in this season. I love the character, how he's grown, like you were saying. Jack Quaid did a great job. We saw his ass one too many times in this. His superpowers is basically him becoming naked. Walk around with his pasty behind at Hero-gasm, the orgy, and just walk around, set up some really comedic scenes. But Jack Quaid's definitely growing on me. He's everything he's kind of popping up in, and he's getting better and better and growing on me for sure. He's really great this season. He has a relationship with Starlight, and all their complications and issues they've had in their relationship. A lot of stuff going on this season with their relationship, as Starlight's kind of forced into this relationship with Homelander, in the public's eye, to have followers and all that behind this superhero relationship. But really throws a wrench into things for the relationship between her and Huey, and, her coming around eventually and trying to put all their heads together to take Homelander out, as they see how bad this guy is and he keeps killing off people. So really fantastic there. Mother's Milk, was really great, having to do with his daughter a lot this season, and internal issues he's having and some problems he's coming across, and really kind of done with the boys, and eventually coming back, and how that all works out. But he was great. Frenchie is one of my favorite characters in the show. Him and Kamiko were really great. Gotten some really sticky situations in the season as well that they get out of, but the relationship is really good.
Yeah, they have a great relationship throughout the whole season. They really expand upon their relationship in this. Something happens to Kamiko earlier on, and they kind of have to work through that together throughout the season. That's what The Boys does best, though. We're following the main story of Homelander, trying to take him down, and see him finally meet his match. But they do a great job with these side characters and really fleshing out the characters, giving them backstories, giving us a reason to invest in the show, not just the main. If it was just Homelander, people might get sick and tired of it, just focusing on one thing. The Boys does a great job of giving all these side characters their own stories. I too loved Frenchie and Kamiko together. Another great part of this season for me, and a lot of the comedy, was provided by Chase Crawford's The Deep. We see a couple scenes with an octopus, and just the crazy stuff that happens with that character. It's funny, because he's been humiliated before, and now he's kind of getting to come back to the Seven and kind of redeem himself, working close with Homelander. But we see Homelander just, basically just keep on, kicking him when he's down. And you see The Deep go off the deep end this year, we'll say. Just some funny scenes with him. But yeah, just a spectacular season. So much to talk about. A big twist, like we mentioned at the end there. You find out more about what Soldier Boy is all about. Great story there between Homelander and Starlight and their relationship, and how she sort of starts exposing him to the world. Butcher and Huey, Mother's Milk. Excellent season for me. My favorite so far, I'd have to say. It started out, the first 3 episodes, I didn't really know yet. They kind of just barely touched on Soldier Boy, but once Soldier Boy came on the scene and the story really opened up, the last batch episodes were phenomenal, and just a terrific season 3.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite season thus far. I love the first season. I like the second season. Love the third season. Really kicked it up a notch this season in terms of craziness and some really graphic scenes, especially the first episode in the Hero-gasm episode 7, I believe it was. But they really kicked it up a notch to really make you feel uncomfortable. But taken out of the pages of the comic, really, really well done. Really great stories here. Introduction of some new characters. Love Soldier Boy, Jensen Ackles. Really great actor, and I love what they did with his character and some other familiar faces that kind of turned to a different side in this season. And the stakes are higher. More V is introduced with Butcher and Huey taking that and them kicking some ass and getting in some trouble. But really love the season. Standout performances, Mr. Homelander, per usual. Anthony Starr, just really fantastic actor. Carl Urban playing Butcher, yeah, always phenomenal. Jensen Ackles is great, and the rest of the supporting cast really good. Jack Quaid playing Huey really brought a unique and better performance this time around. Had more to do this season, did a really great job. And Eminem and just the cast goes on and on. There's so many characters, but they do a great job of balancing that all out. Keeping a cohesive story that keeps you guessing and really excited for the next episode. So really great season. Really had a great time with this. Love binging this. Love getting invested back into this crazy corrupt world that is built around these characters, and I can't wait to see what they do the next season. So that being said, I'll give season 3 of The Boys a 4 out of 5 Anthony Starr hair pieces.
I completely agree with your assessment, Sport. Totally agree with you. Loved everything this year, the relationships, the characters, seeing Soldier Boy, Jensen Ackles really, brought a lot to the table this year. Really nailed that role, proved to be just as big a scumbag as Homelander was. Carl Urban as Butcher, great character. Love talking like him on a daily basis and seeing all the memes and seeing all the love for The Boys, especially season 3. It's been a great, fun, action-packed year. It's going to be a long wait till the next season, but good news is season 4 has already been greenlit, so we're definitely going to get more. So with that being said, I am going to give The Boys season 3 a 4.5 out of 5. The deep hair pieces.
We're interested in hearing from you, wild superhero impersonators. What did you like about season 3 of The Boys? What didn't you like about it? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to click subscribe. Also, check out these wild Homelander enthusiasts on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and our website, Cinephellas.com, for the latest, greatest TV, movie news and reviews.
So thank you guys for watching our review of season 3 of The Boys. We had just a great time watching the show. This is one that we always like to talk about with the other Cinephellas boys as we're watching it. Awesome show on Amazon Prime. Their big show right now. So I can't wait till season 4. I want more of this world. It just keeps getting crazier too. They keep pushing the boundaries of what can be shown on TV. I mean, streaming's different than TV now, but just, basically, what can't you do at this point on The Boys? Every year they outdo themselves and just get crazier and crazier. And, I can't wait to see what Homelander is going to do next. How are they going to, resolve this whole story with where it ended up? So we will be back hopefully next year to review the new season 4 of The Boys. Thank you guys for tuning in and watch these two wild boys talk about one of our favorite shows. So until the next Cinephellas TV review, I'm Uncle Henry.
And I'm Uncle Logan.
We'll see you wild boys for season 4. Cheese! Cheers, blokes.
100% love for me. Tell me what it's gonna be.